A man who had been single for 10 years fell in love with a 20-year-old girl. Whenever the girl took a bath, he would hide in his room, lost in fantasies. Once she finished, he could hardly wait to push open the door and demand that she help him bathe. As the man's newly hired caretaker, Amy complied with all his requests. Every time he took his medication, she would carefully help him sit on his legs. She was even required to wash his clothes in a specific way. Any minor dissatisfaction would trigger his temper. He would overturn bowls and utensils, or wake Amy in the middle of the night with ice-cold water to continue attending to him. Outwardly, Amy appeared obedient, but she harbored her own agenda. One day, the man brought Amy to a banquet. Her beauty and singing captivated everyone, while also stirring memories of his deceased wife. On the way home, the man confided in Amy about his late son and the loneliness of his old age. Suddenly, a painful episode struck him. He could only swallow painkillers alone. Using the pretext of fetching a photograph, he attempted to take his own life, tying a rope and kicking the stool away. At the last moment, Amy rushed in, saving him from the brink of death. She helped restore his breathing by holding water in her mouth. Miraculously, after surviving, the man's health improved dramatically and his cancer stopped spreading. After his recovery, he and Amy went out shopping every day. Outwardly, their life seemed warm and harmonious, yet he still harbored desire and often tried to get close to her, even engaging in provocative behavior at home. Amy, meanwhile, maintained a cold demeanor but would occasionally tease him, intentionally or unintentionally. Her actions were not solely about controlling the man. 3 years earlier, Amy had worked as a hostess in a bar, where she met the man's son. That night, heavily intoxicated, she expected him to take advantage of her, but instead, he thoughtfully handed her a hangover remedy. She had never encountered a man like him before, and they quickly fell in love. When the father discovered that his son had started dating a hostess, he tried to break them apart, but the son stood firm and left home. A few days later, Amy was harassed by several men at the bar. The young man desperately tried to protect her but was powerless to stop the assault. Afterward, the men left her some money and walked away, while the boy collapsed on the ground, helpless. Under the influence of alcohol, he staggered away from the bar. As soon as he left, Amy received a call from the boy's father. It turned out that everything she had just endured had been orchestrated by Peter. Despite Amy's tearful complaints, the man showed no remorse. Meanwhile, the young man was hit by a car while fleeing the scene, and his death shattered Amy completely. Years later, when Amy learned that the man was terminally ill, she applied for the caretaker position, planning to take revenge for her lost love in her own way.